I thought I'd make this little video about the Hattons Class 66 electric motor. Not seen anything on the various feeds regarding sticky motors. That is, the motor doesn't always pick up the power and rotate, which means that the model doesn't move even though it's getting power. I bought not this particular one, but I bought another Class 66 which had a sticky motor, and put it on the track and it's fine. You press hard on the chassis and it'll move, and it's moving smoothly. You slow it down to a stationary, reverse or start again, it doesn't move until you press on the chassis again. So I contacted Hattons. They haven't got, alas, any spare motors, so that's not a way forward. I looked at the PCB to see if it was a loose wire, hoping that's what it would be. Regrettably not. Checked the decoder interface, that's all fine. Power is going to the motor, not a lot happening. So I've just managed to fix the problem, and this is a short video to explain it. So the motor centrally mounted in a cradle, which is secured by little fixing screws. It's all under the PCB, but first of all, to get there you need to unsolder all of the wires from here, make a note of the colours, and then unsolder them, which enables you to remove the PCB. In this case it's a sound model, so I'm also taking out the speaker and the retainer for the speaker. As you can see, there is the motor right, motor left, all fine. So you'll see from those few still shots that I made a photographic note of the colour coding for the PCB for rewiring, and then unscrewed the speaker and the mounting blocks, and eventually you get to the motor, and this is a Hattons 66 motor. Note that I've also, before taking the motor out of the cradle, written top and the direction of rotation of the flywheels, so that when I come to rewire it back, I don't put it in upside down and find that the locomotive is running in the opposite direction to the lighting. Now, it took me a while to fix. I've tried with two different motors, one slightly better than the other, but just rewiring them back, running them on a rolling road for a while, doesn't seem to cure the problem. What it is, I think, is a build-up of carbon on the rotation armature. These are 5-pole motors, and I've not seen or said anything much to say they go wrong at all. Very, very free running. Nice weight to it. Now, to get inside the thing, I'd hoped there's a solder pad on one side and then there's one on the other side there. Not so easy, took me a while to figure it out, but essentially it's these little clips are pressed down, and you just need to use a screwdriver like this to lift them up. Do the same on the other side. Then this will slide out, just enough to here to get inside. You can't really open the whole thing without removing the flywheels, and I'm not quite sure how that how that's done. But once inside, I then used slimmed down cotton wool bud with methylated spirits to clean the carbon build-up around the armature, and a very fine sharp blade to do the same. Space is quite restricted, so it isn't the easiest things to do. You then lift the commutator plates back onto the armature, push this back in, and then using pliers I just press down the weights on both sides and then reassembled, and to my great pleasure, as you'll see from the next clip, we've got a perfect working motor, so I can now complete the job of putting the whole thing back together. After the fix, we have perfect slow running, starts every time. So I'll put this one back together in a second. And here it is. Running again. All put back together with the superb Hattons sound. Accompanied by 56 704. That's the Olivia's sound shut down on 66 704. Bye for now.